Okay, 3 easy ways to get oils into your body. Number 1, inhale it, just breathe it in. You can do that, you can open the bottle, just take a few deep breaths in. Love Valor, it's so good. You can do it that way. You can also put a drop or 2 in your hands, rub them together, breathe it in that way. Easy peasy. That is quick ways how you inhale. The other, if you want to do it for kind of an extended period of time, is use a super awesome diffuser, like my Dewdrop one. I got this in that starter kit that I talked about. It was one of the ones that came with it. Totally love it. It runs up to 4 hours at a time. And if there's some left over, you just let it turn off and you turn it on again. Or you can reload it for another 4 hours. Super great. It's really simple. It just uses tap water. You don't need any special water for this one. See this red? Hopefully you can see this little red dot in here. You fill it up with water to that red dot. You just drop in your oils that you want. You can use 1, you can use 2, you can use a combination. You can use your favorite ones. I just have lavender and peace and calming out because that is the sleep like a baby, just kind of calm down, just kind of makes you go when you smell it. Just totally love this combo. I usually do 3 to 4 drops of each one in here. Close it up. Okay. Give it a second or 2. There it is. Okay. Hopefully you can see this vapor coming out right here. The nice thing is that it's not hot. It's totally like room temperature, the temperature that your water was. So if your kids reach over and go, ooh, what's that? Or you have friends over and their kids do, ooh, what's that? You don't have to worry about it. It's not going to burn them. It's not going to hurt them. This is an atomizer, diffuser, and humidifier in one. And the atomizer just means that it can break up all those little tiny compounded particles so that it can distribute it evenly. Since it's not water soluble, you want it obviously to be distributing the whole time it's on and not just shoot out all the oils first and then just give you water. So the atomizer breaks it up so that it can diffuse the oils evenly over the whole amount of time. If you push it a second time, it will stay on and you don't have to have that pretty blue glow. So if it's like at nighttime or you're winding down and you don't want the glow, just turn the glow off. And then you push it again, it'll turn off. But I'm going to leave that on because that combo smells amazing. So I'm just going to leave that on right now. So that's how to get it in inhaling. Super easy. The second way, which I've already kind of talked about in the safety video, is apply to the skin. There's quite a few of them that are safe to apply. We say neat, which means you don't need a carrier oil with them. And they'll tell you right on there, it will say apply directly on the skin. But a lot of them do use a carrier oil just to, so that you don't have to worry about any skin sensitivities. And then also so that it's easy to massage in. Like, if you have an area on your skin this big that needs help and it just calls for 1 to 2 drops of oil, obviously that's not going to cover that area. So when you dilute it accordingly with a carrier oil, then you have enough to really massage that into your skin and cover the whole area. So you use carrier oils sometimes even when you're ingesting them in a capsule, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But carrier oils, again, you can use coconut, grapeseed, olive, sunflower, safflower. If you have any questions, I can send you a whole list of them. It kind of just depends on your preference. And then when you're massaging into the skin, you can also use the VitaFlex points, which are on your feet. So they correlate to certain organs, so you can apply it right on location, and then you can find the right spot on the bottom of your feet to also rub that in. And I'll post a nice big version of this on the event page, don't worry. I just had it out in my reference book. So that's how you apply it to the skin. Obviously, the place you're going to apply it is going to depend on what the issue is. If it's a skin issue, you're going to do it right on it. If it is a muscle issue, you're going to rub it right into the muscle. If it is a whole body thing like allergies, that you are probably going to want to do in a capsule just because it's easier. So the way you use it kind of depends on what it is. I mean, obviously, if your foot is sore or inflamed, you're not going to rub it on the pulse points on your wrist. That's probably not the most efficient way of doing it. But if you want just for calming, if it's like a calming blend, pulse points on your wrists and your neck would be awesome for that. So, and usually there's guidelines on like where to apply it, where it's going to absorb best. So you can always learn about the best ways to do it. And then the third way is ingesting the oils. That's the third way to get them in your system. Like I mentioned before, because of the seed to seal promise that Young Living gives us, most of theirs are safe to ingest. And the ones that aren't because they're not safe. It's just because your body's not going to benefit from ingesting that as well as it would be if it was right on contact with the certain issue that it was having. So there's some that just aren't recommended for ingesting because they work better other ways. So if they are safe to ingest and take as a supplement, they'll have an actual like supplement fact on it, kind of like a vitamin bottle would. So that's a good hint. And then in the directions on each bottle, it'll tell you how to use it. It'll always tell you dietary, topical, aromatic. And if it doesn't tell you one of those, it's because it's not recommended to use that way. So if diffusing it or if inhaling it is not going to be your most efficient way of using that oil, it won't even give you directions for that. It'll just tell you how to use it dietary or topically. So these bottle labels have a ton of information. They're always a great place to check first before you go diving into your reference or looking online at a blog for info on how to use it and where to use it. So if you're going to ingest it, a super quick, easy way is these little vegetable capsules. You open it up, put in your couple drops that you need. A lot of them are recommended to dilute in your capsule, just like you would dilute it on your skin. So you can add your carrier oil right in there too with your essential oil. Just drink it with a bunch of water. Super easy to ingest. Another way to ingest them is infusing your water with flavors. I drink warm lemon water in the morning. That works great. It seems to, you can mix it better if it's warm. If it was cold water with lemon, unless you have a special bottle that will infuse it, it doesn't mix as well. But if you are going to add flavoring to your water, you just have to shake it up really well. And then you want to make sure that you're using a glass bottle with that, because I talked about the safety of using citrus in the plastic is a no-no, especially if you're going to drink it. Just use a glass water bottle if you're going to put oils, or a mug. If you're doing warm water, just use a mug. Don't use a plastic cup. That's the 3 easy ways to get them into your body. I hope that's pretty simple. Like I said, it kind of just depends on the oil and the ailment, on which way or ways you want to do it. You can do them both. You can, when we're sick, we rub thieves on our feet and we diffuse it. Easy peasy. So you can double up on them too. So that is the 3 ways to get oils into your body.